Worst deaths imaginable, number 16, and it's also a theme park death. Viewer discretion is advised. And for this one, we are going to Queensland, Australia. Sorry, Jared, I know this is your neck of the woods, but I just had to do this one. This is a theme park called Dream World. It opened in December of 1981. It now includes 47 different attractions, including 4 roller coasters. In December of 1986, it opened Thunder River Rapids, a ride much like many others around the world, where you would board a raft like this one that simulates what a raging river would be like. In October of 2016, a horrible tragedy would occur that would shut the ride down forever. 6 passengers boarded one of the rafts: Kate Goodchild, Luke Dorset, Ruzba Argai, and Cindy Lowe. Also on the raft were 2 children, Kieran Lowe and Ebony Goodchild. Now, at the end of this ride, much like all the other rides just like this one, you go up a conveyor belt that will lead you to the place where you depart. Now, when you get to the top, the water is supposed to be there to kind of help bring the raft along. But on this day, the water levels were not where they were supposed to be. There were 2 large water pumps, and one of those pumps had failed. The water pumps are absolutely essential to this ride operating safely and properly. But because of the failure of one of them, the water levels rapidly dropped. Now, what happened was one raft got to this area, the water levels were dropped, and so the raft itself got stuck. And then the raft holding the 6 passengers I mentioned earlier, well, this happened. I'll give you a trigger warning, but this is just an animation. So the raft with the 6 passengers on it flipped. The picture behind me is the aftermath. There is nothing graphic about it, but this is the end result. And yes, this is the exact photo. By some miracle, the 2 children were actually thrown to safety, but sadly the 4 adults would not be so lucky. Again, nothing graphic is shown here, but what happened was that when the boat flipped, it flipped completely over. And 2 of the adults got stuck under the raft and they drowned. Drowning takes a while. Drowning is considered one of the worst ways to go. Now, the other 2, because the ride's operator didn't know which emergency stop button to hit them both! The conveyor belt was still going, and 2 of the adults got trapped inside the conveyor belt, and they were slowly crushed to death, slowly and painfully. Thunder River Rapids was then permanently closed.